Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Digital Transformation Thursdays. I'm JJ Dicini. I'm the managing partner of Dicini Law Office. As you are aware, we are putting together this Digital Transformation Thursdays as a free webinar in celebration of our 20th year. And I have some good news for the community. Let me just put this up here. One of the things that we did when we started Digital Transformation Thursdays was try to figure out, well, actually, when we set up the Digital Transformation Thursdays, we envisioned it as a free event for the benefit of the community. And what happened was we received a lot of requests for e-certificates. And so we didn't know what to do initially, and eventually we decided, well, why don't we turn the e-certificates as a way to give back. And so what we've done now is we've established a DTT Donate. And if you register for the event, you will receive an email that will give you a unique link that will give you a chance to get a certificate and make a donation. And we received some donations in the past couple of weeks. And all the proceeds from the e-certificates will be donated to COVID-19 healthcare workers through DTT Donate. And we've already made our first donation to the Philippine General Hospital, where we donated 5 printers and I want to say a dozen cell phones. And we're very, and here's a picture of the officials of the PGH who accepted the donation, led by Dr. Dennis Serrano. And we'd like to thank you, the DTT community, for making this happen. Of course, we'd also like to thank our speakers who have given their time, our guest speakers who have given their time and effort for being with us today and share their knowledge to the DTT community, to the DTT staff who put this together, and to every one of you who attended our seminars and got an e-certificate, or even just attending. So I think this is an opportunity to give, to learn, and then to share and help in the fight against COVID in our own small way. And we will set up a transparency page on our site, and so watch out for that. We will list down, as we mentioned before, we will list down the individuals who, when you make a donation, when you sign up, you will also, okay. When you make a donation, we will ask you for what name you want to be included in the transparency page, and we will post that when the time comes. All right. So welcome to our episode on digital banking, and of course, this whole series is about digital transformation. And a few weeks ago, we had our first Digital Transformation Thursdays, which focused on, that episode focused on the future of finance. And we looked at the different types of cryptocurrencies, and we had a discussion with the regulator led by Commissioner F. Amatong of the Securities and Exchange Commission. So today we're very happy to be with our guests who are in themselves leaders in this space, as it were, to talk about this transformation that we're seeing in the banking sector. And as you know, if you're a bank depositor, a user of the banking system, here, one of the problems that we face is that it's very difficult to move money from one bank to another. If you're a business owner, you probably find that you have to maintain multiple bank accounts in order to do your business. And so this is among the other things that we will be discussing today. And we're very happy to have as our presenters the heads of 2 major players in the space in digital banking. I'm sort of delaying a bit because I'm experiencing some technical difficulties in putting up the introduction slides for our speakers, but they were flashed to you earlier. Our first speaker, of course, is Mr. Mohamed Keraine from ING, and I really apologize. I'm looking my computer is freezing right now, and so he is the head of retail banking for ING Philippines. If you've seen this, you've probably seen the ads that they've been putting up. But there's also an app that you can download, and you can open a bank account with ING without needing to go anywhere and just do everything online, and also to bank online. He's also. Let me just see if I can bring up his. I'd like to do a proper presentation. I'm really sorry, but my machine is crashing here a bit. Let me see. Well, then I'm sorry. Maybe I'll do the presentation, the formal presentation. Mohammed, I don't want to waste any more time. Mohammed has been with ING for some time. He's currently the head of digital banking for Asia and the retail banking head for ING in the Philippines. He's a graduate of University Paris 8 with a master's degree. So we'd like to bring Mohammed on. Mohammed, if you could turn on your, yeah, there you go.
Hi, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope I get less technical issue than you did. Let me figure out the way I can share my slides.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Okay, great.
So we're good to start, I guess, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. Super happy to be here today, and actually pretty excited. And I feel like people like Lito, people like Vijay, we're part of the same team trying to bring digitalization in the Philippines and digital banking and financial services to the market, and that's an effort that we are doing. And to be honest, I feel part of the same tribe as Lito and Vijay in that journey, and super excited about what we've been able to achieve so far as a group. Today I'll try to basically give you a couple of message and give you also a little bit of the perspective on the way ING is looking at the markets and the way we are trying to expand our value proposition to Southeast Asia and in Philippines specifically, right? I'll start with a few words about ING and trying to give you like an idea of like who we are as a bank, right? We are present in about 40 countries. In about 13 retail markets, and we have about 39 million customers worldwide. We have a balance sheet of about 1 trillion euros, and of which like 500 billion assets and 500 billion deposit. One thing that is really important for us is the Net Promoter Score, and I come back to that in a bit, because we really believe that the only way to differentiate now is through customer experience, and that's going to be the main message of my presentation today. But first, I'd like to start with a little bit of the findings. I mean, our learnings and the way we are looking at the digital financial services and the digital services as a whole. We really believe that like we need to build, and our future is to ecosystem and extend beyond banking. And we really believe that like we have to be connected with other players in the world as well. That's our think forward strategy, and that's the way we are aiming to empower people to stay a step ahead in life and in business. People live on platform. I think you're going to be familiar with that. Philippines is one of the biggest user penetration of Facebook. Like I've seen the digital adoption, we're going really far in this market. Even the past 3 years have been like a fast train when I saw the developments in the market. So that's a given, like, and that's an important statement, because you understand that like in the financial services world that we are living, like banking products, I mean, I've been pretty much a commodity. And to be honest, you have an account with bank A or bank B, the product itself and the account itself does not really differentiate. We also know that people's time is precious, right? And we also know and have to make the humble statement that despite all the things that we are trying to do, people's time is precious, and to be honest, they don't want really to spend it on finance. And in your introduction, you were saying that like the most of you who run their own business have to spend a lot of time managing their finance, and I guess nobody wakes up on a Saturday morning like extremely excited to think like that you're going to spend 2 hours doing your finance for your business. At ING, as I was saying, like we have 39 million customers, and we have about 4.5 billion interaction on mobile, and this is like a figure that is extremely important, because it tells us that, like, you know, the mobile is the device, is the way people like to interact, is the way they are interacting. And even today at ING, 41% of our users are only using a mobile, which is like an amazing figure. If you think about it, like that's like where mobile has been the primary channel for a lot of people and will become the primary channel more and more. Also, we know that in order to succeed, we need to build a platform, and we need to build a technology platform that is open, that is scalable, and that is borderless. I know I am part of a bigger journey of ING worldwide, and what we are trying to do in the Philippines is really to bring that platform and deploy it in the market with the best technology, cybersecurity, and customer-centric practices that we can. We also know that, like, in this world, we are not the one defining the standards for customer experience. The expectations are defined by tech giants, internet giants, and the brands that you see on the screen now. This is the brands that people like to interact with. This is the brands that are delivering differentiated customer experience, and they are delivering that by being relevant, easy, instant, social, visual, personal, entertaining, informational. Like, it's really like the experience that makes the difference for those brands. And if you think about it, the price and let's say the cost of interacting is not like really like what comes the first in most of the cases. So how do we stand out, right? How do we stand out as a branch? How do we continue to be relevant in a world where tech giants are becoming more and more relevant in the life of the people, and where people are after more and more instant interaction and easy interaction with their suppliers? I think our objective is really, our objective in this journey is really to make banking frictionless. And that's really what we are focusing on as a brand. And that's really what we are trying to bring also, like in the markets where we are present. It comes with a customer obsession. It comes about focusing on the people, what their expectation is, and the way you can create a difference for them. And we have defined for this like 3 customer experience principles that are pretty relevant for this journey. Being remarkably easy, surprisingly smart, and surprisingly personal, and refreshingly smart. Remarkably easy means that we want the things to be easy for the customer. We don't want terms and conditions of like 100 of pages. We don't want non-ending forms that you have to fill into enter a relationship. We don't want, let's say, you to move to a place to do something or to finalize a process. We want everything to be happening on your mobile, and the feeling that we want when a customer finishes an interaction with us, we want them to feel and to think, oh, that was easy. That's really what we are focusing on, and that's really what we are trying to deliver. What we are trying to do is to be also surprisingly personal, right? This is a really important point, because we want to talk the same language as the people, and we want them to feel that when we talk to them, we are talking to them as an individual and not as one of many. You know, just addressing people by their first name, addressing people by information that is relevant to them, approaching people with the things that really matters in the context where they are. That's the personalization layer that we are continuously building, and that's really where we want also to focus in the coming years. And finally, being refreshingly smart, right? It's about really leveraging the information that we have about our customers to make a difference in the way we interact with them. If you think about it, most of the time when a client interacts with you, most of the things he's looking for, or most of the things that he has to do, you already have that information about the customer. You can already like give insight or elements that will facilitate the customer journey. That's what we mean by being refreshingly smart and trying to make a difference in that sense. We believe in that, and we believe in that also for our business model, right? It's not like being customer-centric just for the sake of it. It's also because we know and we see that the more, let's say, interaction you have with the customer, and the more those things, those interactions are delivered with the best customer experience, the more engagement you have with the customer, which drive also more sales and more revenue for the bank. The voice of the customer is an extremely important part of our strategy, and we measure that constantly through the NPS, our App Store rating, our Google Store rating, and we're also looking at deeper research just after customers have done like a certain step to really ask them to rate us and understand what we can still improve in the journey. But again, the customer-centric approach is not like a thing in itself, it's also a big part of our business model. Now I'll come a little bit to explain how do we do that in practice. You know, I remember seeing that picture in 2015 when I visited Philippines for the first time, after I spent almost half of my time in the Philippines. We started with a dream, right? A dream of bringing like the experience of ING that we've been delivering in many countries to the Philippines. It started with that, and it started with a journey where we have been able to be the first bank to launch like a full end-to-end digital process and digital engagement platform in October 2018. It started with the first onboarding process because that was one of the biggest pain points, right, in the market. With the support of BSP and the new regulation that were coming in the Philippines, we've been able to use extremely advanced technology in order to identify our customers, in order to further promote the customers to engage with the bank. And today we've been able to onboard like hundreds of thousands of customers into our platform. And that's a service that was really amazing. Also, we make banking easy, right? And really quickly, we saw that, you know, check deposit was one of the pain points in the market where you have to queue, go to the branch, fill in details, like all of those things came together. And we thought like, maybe that's a customer journey that we can improve. Being able to make a check deposit to save money, that sounds really simple, but to be honest, to execute, that was extremely difficult, and our technology has enabled us to also like make a difference there. And those are the type of customer journey that we are focusing on. If you think about like the initial statement I was making about our customer experience, I think the check deposit is extremely a good example of that. We also been like really strong promoter of PesoNet as an interbank network. I think like Philippines just started when we started, and today like it's becoming like a scheme that is more and more adopted by the customer. We also focus on InstaPay because that's also like in terms of adoption really large, but we make the money transfers also really easy. And I think one thing that is really important in the digital banking business model is not only to focus on the processes and the technology, it's also important to focus on the pricing. Because you are in the situation that you can have lower cost base because you don't have a branch network to run, you can really transfer the value that you are creating back to the customer. And that's how we are delivering like a differentiating pricing expense as well, by having no fees on any of the transactions that you have with the bank. We also noted something really interesting when we did some research in the market. We saw that, you know, the number one choice driver for customers, like when they selected their banks in the Philippines, was the size of the branch network. So really quickly, we saw that as a key challenge for us to address and understand how and what does it mean really like for the customer to tell us like the branch really matters, the branch really matters. We quickly understood that it was not about the branch. It was about the proximity. It was about giving like the customer an option open when something goes wrong or when they have to do something. Therefore, we really pivoted on that sense. And our solution to that was to create a 24/7 chat solution where people can basically interact with the bank anytime they want. That's also really important in our strategy, because we're trying to understand not really what customer want or what they say they want, but we try to understand what are the underlying needs that are behind the expression of this ask. Right? People need branches, but why do they need branches? They need branches because they want intimacy and proximity. Can you deliver that proximity and that intimacy with another form? Our chat 24/7 was the answer to that. And this is something really reassuring for the customers to know that they can bank with us at any time in the day. As I was saying, transferring value and the cost benefit advantage that you have to the customer was extremely critical in our journey. So that's why we maximize the interest of the customer by offering high interest rate. And we really continue on that journey by maintaining our 4% interest rate for new to bank customers, and also continuously having no fees or no specific conditions for customers to engage with ING as a bank. So if I can summarize, right, a little bit what we've been trying to do, and I think from a customer interaction and customer engagement perspective, that has been critical. We are a global bank, and we will continue to be a global bank. That's ING, and that's our DNA. And we understand that building scalable, open, and borderless platform is a winning position for the future for us. We also understand that banking products have become commodities, and there is nothing else that you can differentiate from than the customer experience. For that, we have really important principles. We try to be easy, smart, and personal. We do that by delivering differentiating processes, customer experience, and in Philippines, we've been trying to do that with our saving deposit proposition. And this proposition, we're really looking forward to grow it into new services and new functionalities. And that's really what we are focusing on right now, with some new proposition coming in the market by the end of the year. So thank you again for your attention. Thank you for your support. And I would like to thank also DCINI for the support they have given us in the past 2 years. That was a fantastic journey. And it's really great to be able to interact with partners like you who have a customer-centric, innovative mentality. And again, really happy to be and honored to be part of this crowd today and the tribe and the speakers, because I believe we are part of the same team, bringing a different experience to the Filipinos customers.
Thank you, Mohamed.